Today on Cutler's Court.
One little thing would throw her into oblivion.
I decided I was going to divorce my husband while I was in prison. And so now I'm in a headspace to where the next individual that I'm with is going to have to show up.
And did he do that?
He did not.
So
That's why we're here today.
When you have had the weight of the world on your shoulders, it is easy for you to just dismiss the truths, the matters of your heart. And I just want to say to you that whatever childhood traumas that you experienced as a child, Rachel, that little girl is still on the inside crying.
We'll find out today if this relationship can be saved. This is Cutler's Court. Blaine Surrey has supported his fiancée through many obstacles, including her going to prison, but says she still refuses to set a wedding date. He wants to know what's the holdup and to get the judge's advice on how to create a lasting relationship. Rachel Hardy admits to delaying the wedding date because there are still issues to work out. She says he's controlling, and their constant arguments leave her feeling uncared for. She's hoping the judge's advice leads them back to common ground so they can jump the broom.
Your Honor, this is case number 1203, Surrey versus Hardy.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Surrey, you have brought your significant other to court because you would like to tie the knot, but she's got to untie some things. Is that correct?
That's totally correct.
All right. Tell me how you met this beautiful woman.
2011 is when we met. February 14, 2020 is when we got engaged. Okay, so it's been a journey through the whole process. So I met her in the nightclub, and so I was single at the time. She wasn't single at the time, unfortunately. So the truth came out that she was married. So
after how long you all have been together?
Probably about 6 months.
And that was the first time you found out that she was married?
Yeah, because I was kind of like avoiding it. I was like getting to know her.
How did she get your attention in the club, though?
I don't know. She just stood out. I mean, I don't go approach everybody.
You had to ask that question?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's easy to see. So, just how beautiful she is now, that's how beautiful she was
my
in the
beauty.
club.
It was my booty.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be so the whole picture. I was enthused by.
Miss Hardy.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you met him. You thought he had something going on. What did you like about him?
Well, actually, I was at the club. He's correct. I was at the club minding my own business with my friends. I really wasn't trying to meet anyone. I was just having a nice time. Okay. And so Blaine insisted that we take things further. So he brought me a few drinks. And so, and I've shared this with Blaine. He doesn't seem to remember that. But I shared with him that I really wasn't looking for anything. I was just looking to have a good time. Yeah. And so, long story short, of course, it went further. And so, yeah, it was at least about 6 months into our relationship that I decided, okay, things are really becoming very serious with us. And so I then decided I would go ahead and explain, and admit that yes. And he did ask me, I believe he did ask me, was I married or was I involved with someone? And I denied it. I did deny it.
So what did he do after you told him? Did you all break up or did y'all just say, okay, we're going to figure it out?
Well, I could tell he wanted to kind of just call things off, but he just didn't have the strength. We're talking about the booty. He just didn't,
the power of that.
So he really just didn't have the willpower to do it.
Sounds like you got past that point, finding out she was married. You all continued to be a couple and things were going along smoothly. Right. Until
about 3 years later, then we had a pregnancy to confront. Okay. So we had about 3 years of dating and going back and forth. And I kept saying to myself, I don't think I want to actually, I can't continue to play myself and do this. I got to find a reason to get out of this. I can't be the second man or whatever. Started loving her and wanting to spend more and more time with her.
So you said the second man, you had reason to believe that the child was not yours?
Yes, for her husband. Because she was still married at the time.
Did you have a paternity test?
We did.
Yes.
After after my daughter was born, so.
And not that we needed to, by the way, because as you can see, Blaine is Creole. I am chocolate,
and my daughter
African-American. And so with us, my daughter is pretty much his color. So, and my husband ex-husband is pretty much my color.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a nice picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And the man that I was married to is my son there, his color. So we knew, Ray Charles knew that my daughter belonged to Blaine.
So when Ray Charles saw her,
yes,
he
knew. We didn't need a paternity test.
So that was after the fact. So we stood sitting in this decision that she said that it was the majority, I was the majority, but you can have 1% chance, and that 1% chance come up. You can't just overlook that.
And even after the baby was born, you're still trying to work it out with your husband, even though...
No, at that point, things got really hectic at that point.
Complicated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, which led to me losing my business and going to prison, okay?
Going to prison?
Yes, I went to prison, and and that was something from dealing with my business that me and my husband had at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right, and how long were you in prison?
I was in prison. I did a total of 2 years, federal and state combined.
Okay. And you were released when?
I was released in 2018.
So did you wait for her to come out of prison?
I did. Yes, we did. So I gave her a little grief once she left.
No, he gave me a lot of grief. Okay? And that was...
I did.
Yeah, and that brings us here right now because it was a lot of grief that I endured, not only from being away from my children, from dealing with the fact that I was wrongly incarcerated.
So once you got out in 2018, did he continue to give you grief, or did things get better?
He did.
Okay.
He continued to give me grief. And that was an opportunity for him to really show himself the man that he was trying to prove that he was to me.
Okay.
After all, I had just went through a divorce. I decided I was going to divorce my husband while I was in prison. And so now I'm in a headspace to where the next individual that I'm with is going to have to show up. And I mean show up big time. And it's going to have to let me know that you are here for me, that you come hell or high water, you're standing firm with me, okay? No matter what.
And did he do that?
He did not.
Coming up.
What would you say is the biggest issue in your relationship right now?
Intimacy.
You cannot expect for me to give you my body if you're not being nice to me.
I tell people sex starts in the brain. If my mind isn't right about you, my body can't get right with you.
Absolutely.
Once you got out in 2018, did he continue to give you grief, or did things get better?
He did. I had just went through a divorce. I decided I was going to divorce my husband while I was in prison. And so now I'm in a headspace to where the next individual that I'm with is going to have to show up.
That's why we're here today. I beg to differ on that. So I did. So my commitment to her that she didn't know I didn't date.
No, I didn't know because he wouldn't disclose it. It would have been better for him to tell me this when I was calling home, crying my eyes out, saying how bad I was feeling for missing my children, who I've never been away from. I have 3 children I've never, ever been away from. And a lot of that has to do with me not trusting them to go places because of the traumatic situation I endured when I was younger, being molested and all that. So I'm going crazy, thinking, what's going on with my kids while I'm not here?
Yeah.
You know, and so all these things are running through my mind.
So if I can interject, I was gonna be here and help her to restore and get her life back.
Right, and she's saying you didn't really do that.
Well, I mean, one little thing would throw her into oblivion. Like if I say, I'm going, or I need to go to work on this day when she wanted me to take off. There you go, not supporting me, this, that. She was a ball of fire. So anything I did was, she looked at that like, you're against me. No, I'm for you. I've been here for you like since the day I met you.
That's not what it was. It was really the way that he treated me once. I had to live with him temporarily. And any little thing, if there was a crumb on the counter, it was like, oh, my house is a mess. No, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't live like this. No, I need this to serve. I need the pillow diagonal. I need this. It was ridiculous.
It's like communication issue. We have communication.
She's not as tidy as you would hope for her to be?
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not.
So, and this was the first time you all lived together?
I wash the car. I do all of that right now.
Mr. Suri, this was the first time you all lived together when she got out of prison?
Yes, so it was trial and error. So it was like everything that was going on, she hit me over the head for it, but it was trial and error.
So, Mr. Suri, what would you say is the biggest issue in your relationship right now?
I don't know if that'd be the biggest. Intimacy. Intimacy, and
that's not sex?
Not always.
That's part of it, but also hugs, kisses, smiles.
Okay.
Not actually intercourse per se, but other ways of intimacy.
So I know from the court papers you had that you believe this intimacy issue is tied to Ms. Hardy's PTSD. Is that correct?
She does have a short fuse when it comes to intimacy because of her background. And I understand that. But when we first met, it was a lot of engagement, romance, and intimacy.
Yeah, because he made me feel good.
Okay.
He made me feel
now, all
appreciated.
Of a sudden,
he made me feel like a queen. He was doing things for me. He was talking to me nicely. You know, you cannot expect for me to give you my body if you're not being nice to me. Okay.
Okay. So
I'm not going to do that.
So let me ask you. The lack of intimacy has nothing to do with trauma in your mind. It has to do with, I tell people sex starts in the brain. If my mind isn't right about you, my body can't get right with you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It has a lot to do with the trauma as well, with me being sexually molested as a kid, and also the fact that, yes, mentally, I have to be there. And I share this with Blaine a lot. Like, I just cannot do it. I cannot lay down with a man or invite you in, welcome you into my body, knowing that I'm not feeling good about this relationship, and then you want me to happily lay down? No.
She was
doing that.
And that's her claim to fame. She will hold that. All it takes is a little spark, and then you shut off.
Up next.
For me, it's more of the control, okay? The controlling ways of Blaine.
Broken little girls grow up to be broken grown women. If you do not get to the root of your issue, it's gonna travel with you into your next relationship.
When we first met, it was a lot of engagement, romance, and intimacy.
Yeah, because he made me feel good, knowing that I'm not feeling good about this relationship, and then you want me to happily lay down? No.
Ms. Hardy, let me ask you this. Do you have a short fuse?
I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do.
Okay, I just need to know. And is the lack of intimacy the biggest problem in your relationship, or are there larger problems from your perspective?
Well, I would say, for me, it's more of the control, okay? The controlling ways of Blaine. He's very controlling. The communication. I would like to feel that we can disagree. We can disagree on some things and still get along. I would like to feel that our relationship could go to the next level. I would like to be in a happily union with Blaine. I would like that.
What's preventing that?
The communication with me and with us.
And what lack of communication is that?
I mean, I've already said I do. I have a short fuse, and I think that has a lot.
Talk about. She cut it off. I'm sorry for interrupting.
And when I don't want to speak on particular things, and if I know it's going to like really heighten a conversation, I will back off from it. I won't talk about it. And I think that is what he's referring to, that I would just not talk at all. And I feel like not talking is better than screaming and going off.
I think bad communication is better than no communication, because bad communication, at least you know what the other person is thinking, is wanting. But if there's no communication, there's no first step to resolving the issue. And so one of the things that we want to do is to help you all figure out how to communicate. And to do that, we have engaged the services of a community psychologist, Dr. Bernada Baker, who's going to come in and talk to you all about how to communicate with each other, especially given your individual and your collective past. So Tashi, at this time, would you please escort Dr. Baker into the courtroom? Good day, how are you?
Good day, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. It's good to see you.
Thank you, so good to be here.
Now, Dr. Baker, you've had a chance to review their file and you've heard their testimony today. What advice can you give them in terms of working through the issues in their relationship?
I think that it is important for you, Rachel, to really determine whether or not you truly want to be with Blaine. Blaine, I would encourage you to really consider what it is that you really desire. And once you decide what it is that you truly desire for Rachel, you have to assess whether or not she has the capacity as well as the desire to give it to you.
Absolutely.
Rachel, I would definitely encourage you to be consistent and just being committed to yourself, not committed to Blaine, not committed to the situation that happened, not necessarily committed to your children, but committed to yourself. And I think sometimes when you have had the weight of the world on your shoulders, it is easy for you to just dismiss the truths, the matters of your heart. And I just want to say to you that whatever childhood traumas that you experienced as a child, Rachel, that little girl is still on the inside crying. And I tell my clients all the time, broken little girls grow up to be broken grown women. And when we don't confront our traumas, ultimately our traumas will confront us. And so even if you all decide that you're going to stay together or you're not going to stay together, if you do not get to the root of your issue, it's going to travel with you into your next relationship. It's going to travel with you to the next job, everywhere you go. So,
thank you.
How should you show her out? Well, she gave you quite the roadmap. You all have some soul searching to do, and some honest conversations between yourselves about what that soul searching reveals.
There's things that I need to work for, and I've shared this with Blaine. I want to be a better person, not just for me, but for you too, for my kids.
Well, what the court has done, we have arranged for you to have 4 counseling sessions with Ms. Demetra Caston. She is a counselor with a True You Counseling in your hometown.
Thank you.
And so we want you to take advantage of that counseling. We want you to really get into it and find out what the fit is for you and how you can be the better you so you can be a better you in the relationship with Mr. Suri. So Mr. Suri, you brought this case to this court. I guess I have to ask you the question, do you still want to be in a relationship with Ms. Hardy?
Absolutely. That's my queen. I mean, we've been on a real journey together. That's my queen. There's no other person for me.
Ms. Hardy.
Yes.
Are you willing to continue a relationship with Mr. Suri?
I'm willing to do the work that it takes to continue my relationship with Mr. Suri. I'm sorry. Yes, I am.
Could I give her a hug? Could I give her a hug?
I ain't gonna stop you. I don't know what he said to you, but you smiling. Definitely smiling.
Yeah. So we wish you both the best. We're going to order you to take advantage of the counseling sessions that we have arranged, and you all should be on the road to a happy relationship from here on after.
Thank you.
All right. That is the determination of this court. Court is adjourned.
Thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I know that there is just a lot that I've endured, and I really need to give myself time to really get through that, and not rush it.
She needs a lot of healing, a lot of growing, and I'm there for her. If it takes another 10 years, so be it. I'll wait for the process. She needs to be a hold, and get everything together with herself, and then she could be 100 for me.
Blaine is definitely the man for me. He definitely is. But I know, too, it's just going to take some work.